Good morning, tubers. It's what, about 7:35, 38, somewhere around in there, and we're about 90 degrees in the garage. And it's Wednesday, September 6th, and they're talking rain today. It's been a couple of weeks since I made a video. Let's see, we went to Dallas Friday. The hurricane came in on land. What was it, Harvey? Came in on land to Houston, and we landed in Dallas at 11:30 that morning. And that evening, Harvey came in and visited the granddaughters, and we stayed about 4 or 5 days. Well, 5 days, and came back here. We were going to go down to see Gary Ramsey at Ramsey Construction, and we were going to do that Sunday, but rain came down so hard we just said no, we're not going to chance traveling, and stayed up in the Grapevine area. That's where my son lives and my granddaughter. So, but came back and had some stuff to do around the house. And we're back on the car. Pat and I on Monday came out here and readjusted the front end, and as you can see, it fits a whole heck of a lot better. The hood itself needs to come forward this way about 1/16 of an inch, but you can see this is almost dead on. We're getting there. This fender needs to move that way just a tad, so that's what I'm going to work on today. We'll take the header or upper valence piece back off. Let's see, Nick, Rare Rat, and then we had Shut Your Face Garage, Matt, and then we had Anthony with HO Motorsports. All told me to put the radiator support, move it that way, and realign this fender, and that's what we did. Is we realigned this fender. It's a little tighter, but it fits a lot better. You can see the gap is tight up here and goes big down to there, but it fits a heck of a lot better than what it had, and especially the header piece. So we'll take the header piece off, we'll open the hood, we're going to roll the fender up this way. We get this done, then the doors need to be readjusted, and that should take care of it. I'll end up on the fender, or on the hood, is mark 2 witness marks with gray Sharpies, so that when I slide the hood forward 1/16 of an inch, that I do it equally on both sides, and that'll pretty much do it. If anything, hold on guys, let me shut this off and let me open the hood. Hang on. Okay. When we get ready to put the latching mechanism in, we will bolt it to here, and if any holes need to be oblong, we'll oblong or enlarge or whatever. We'll do these mounting holes here, because I want to keep the striker or the latch mechanism in the same spot. So we're sneaking up on it, we're getting there, and hopefully we should have this done here probably within the next day or so, and be moving on to something else. Got a lot to reassemble as far as the wires and the radiator and everything else, but I wasn't going to put all that in until I had everything adjusted properly. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, this gap is pretty good. It's probably best to look at it down this way. And then passenger side, I can't seem to shake it from being tight there and wide down there. So possibly take the hood and over a smidge, and that'll bring that up. But I think what we'll do is we'll sit there and get the header panel or the upper valence on and see what it looks like there, and go from there. So this hole doesn't even make it to but that's okay. If I got to elongate, do whatever to get these aftermarket panels to work with each other, that's what it's going to take, and that's what it's going to take. Both doors have to come out a little. As you can see, this one has to come out. Actually has to roll the top and the bottom in and all together come out. So we get these front end adjusted. We'll play with the doors. Gap isn't bad on the doors, as you can see. Actually, the driver's side is pretty good. Passenger side is good. That right here. So, well, we'll keep playing with it. What was the old expression I used to say? Like my old football coach used to say in high school, keep running that play over till you get it right. Later. Hey, tubers. I think I'm at a point where I can live with this. And if you look dead on, see that they're lined up. So, no, this gap's a little wide here, but it is what it is. I think this is what I'm going to have to end up living with, but it's the best it's fit so far. I have to admit that. Now the fun is now adjusting the latch and everything else. Because like I said, I'm going to bolt the latch to here, and I have to, if I have to adjust anything, it's going to be the holes here, because I want the latch to stay in the same portion of, I guess you call this a striker or whatever. And then we'll have to adjust this as far as pulling the hood, sucking the hood down. But I think I'm where I can, this is going to be it. I mean, I don't think I can get it any better than this, at least not with my skill set. So I got to tighten everything up. The back hoods aren't even tight, so got to tighten everything up. I'm going to go around and tighten up all the fenders, tighten up this, then take another check at it, and then call it a day. So let's see. Now that I'm back from vacation and everything else, T-shirts. I still need 3 people on T-shirts. 2 people emailed me, said they'll do it. When I sent them the email telling them how much it's going to be with shipping and everything, I didn't hear back from those 2 people. I'm not going to mention any names, but it's probably the same circumstances that I had on the gray shirt, where everybody sat there and they just said, yeah, I'll take some, and I had them made, and then I was stuck with them. Actually, I'm still stuck with 2 extra large, and I think I got an idea on what I'm going to do with those anyway. But if I don't get the 3, let's say by next Monday, I'm going to call Laura up and say, this is what I got. I need to get these T-shirts made and these T-shirts out to the people, and tell her that this is it. I mean, if it's going to cost me a little extra, then fine, it'll cost me a little extra. But I can't keep holding up everybody else who has paid for the shirts and that are waiting for them. It's not fair to them. So That's it on the t-shirts. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. Y'all have a good day. Probably more tomorrow. Later.